Hi, my name is Mrs. Sonsini, and this is a fifth grade level lesson on analogies. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the relationships between word pairs, determine the word that completes an analogy, and recognize the different basic types of analogies. So, what is an analogy? You might remember from fourth grade. An analogy is a comparison between two word pairs that have a common relationship. So this is your first word pair, and they have a common relationship. And so this word pair has the same relationship that that one did. That might sound confusing. So let's relate it to something we know. Let's talk about synonyms and antonyms. What's a synonym? Two words that are the same or very much alike. And what's an antonym? The opposite, right? Yeah, two words that have the opposite meaning. Let's look at some examples. So synonyms and antonyms are relationships between words, and so they can be analogies. For example, light is an antonym for dark, and work is an antonym for play. So written as an analogy, that would be light is to dark as work is to play. Light is to dark as work is to play. Light and dark, their antonyms, and work and play, their antonyms. Let's look at some more examples. Here we have leave and depart as our first word pair. Are leave and depart synonyms or antonyms? Leave and depart. They are synonyms. So if leave and depart are synonyms, the next word pair of the analogy will also be synonyms. So leave is to depart as close is to shut. It's important to talk about these abbreviations because these are how you're going to see analogies written. So you see the two dots, the colon. When it's one colon, it's an abbreviation for the is to, we say in the analogy. And the middle double colon is an abbreviation for as, and then again that last colon is to again. So we have leave is to depart as close is to shut. Let's go over some more examples. Above and below, are they synonyms or antonyms? Above, below, they're antonyms. So this one is not done for us. So what can we fill in the blank with? We know because above and below are opposites, they're antonyms. The next set in the analogy is going to be an antonym. That's the relationship that the two words are going to have. They're going to be opposites. So, what is the opposite of argue? And keep in mind, there can be more than one right answer. More than one right answer. So, first thought that comes to my mind is if I'm not arguing, I'm agreeing. So you can have above is to below, as argue is to agree. Something else you might think is compromise. Above is to below, as argue is to compromise. There can be more than one right answer in this case. All right. Oh, above is to below, as argue is to agree. That's what we used here. All right. And then we have begin and start. Are they synonyms or antonyms? Begin and start. They're synonyms. So this one is a little tougher because take is a word with a lot of meanings, right? Begin is to start, as take is to, you might think steal. In this case, I put grab. So begin is to start, as take is to grab. You'll usually see analogies in multiple choice form, so you'll have to just pick the best answer when you're not making your own analogies. Okay, so let's do some of these and make up our own answers. Shout and yell. Are they synonyms or antonyms? Synonyms, good. So shout is to yell. So we've got shout is to yell, they're synonyms. So close is to shut. Shout is to yell, as close is to shut. Add and subtract. Synonyms or antonyms? Antonyms. So the next word pair will be opposite. So add is to subtract, as in is to out. Huge and vast. That might be tough. What's vast? Yeah, so huge and vast are synonyms. Huge and vast are synonyms, so we want a synonym for below. Huge is to vast, as below is to under. Rare and common. Are they synonyms or antonyms? Antonyms. Antonyms. So, what is an antonym for sour? The most commonly used antonym for sour is sweet. So, rare is to common, as sour is to sweet. Okay, let's do a few more examples. Now, it's important to note that that analogies might be written differently. So you might see them like this, like in our first example on this slide. You are missing the word in the beginning of the analogy. No problem. If you see it like that, just go to the end and look at those two words. Look at the second word pair. If you're missing a word in the first word pair, just look at the second word pair. So we have late and tardy. Are late and tardy synonyms or antonyms? They are synonyms. So late is to tardy, as fix is to, what's that word for fix? People might say it at the auto repair shop. Yeah, fix and repair. So fix is to repair, as late is to tardy. Thaw and melt. Thaw and melt. They're synonyms. Thaw is to melt, as what is to upset. So what's a synonym for upset? It depends on what kind of upset you are. It could be angry, it could be sad. Either one works here. Thaw is to melt, as sad is to upset. Succeed and fail, are they synonyms or antonyms? Antonyms, antonyms. So succeed is to fail, as firm is to soft. Okay, here's another one with the missing word in the beginning pair. So let's look at the end pair. Child and adult. They're antonyms, they're opposite. So what's the opposite of narrow? The opposite of narrow is wide. Wide is to narrow, as child is to adult. Good. Now, there are different types of analogies than just synonyms and antonyms. So let's start talking about a few more of the basic types of analogies. I think analogies are fun. I think analogies are fun once you get to know them. They're like little word puzzles. Okay, so here we have different types of analogies, and we'll go into examples for each one. We have part to whole, tool and its action, tool user and the tool, the object it's used with, and so on. Let's get right into giving examples of these different types of analogies. Okay, so part to whole. Let's make sense of this. Part to whole. So a slice of bread is part of the whole loaf of bread. A slice of bread is part of the whole loaf of bread. That's the relationship between those words. So the example I have here is toe. So slice is to loaf as toe is to, what is a toe a part of? Your foot. So slice is to loaf as toe is to foot. Now they can be reversed. They can be whole to part. So we have uniform, the whole outfit that you wear, is to hat, the part of the outfit, the part of the uniform, as car is to, any part of the car will work. So as car is to wheel. Uniform is to hat, as car is to wheel. Whole to part, whole to part. Okay. We've got tool and its action. So a pitcher pours. Pitcher is to pour, as knife is to, what does it do? Cuts or slices. We've got tool user and the tool. Barber is to razor, as fireman is to fire truck. Tool and the object it's used with. Spatula is to frying pan, as screwdriver is to screws. The tool and the object it's used with. We've got effect and cause and effect. So, destruction is to bomb, as sleep is to, so a bomb causes destruction. And what would cause you to sleep if you're tired? So destruction is to bomb, as sleep is to tired. Cause and effect. If you take an aspirin, you get relief. If you're thirsty, you drink. Aspirin is to relief, as thirsty is to drink. Increasing intensity. So first I'm hungry, then I'm famished. Hungry is to famished, as cold is to freezing. First I'm cold, then I'm freezing. Decreasing intensity is the opposite. So I still need to look at them, the opposite though. So first you're affectionate towards someone, then you're passionate. So passion is to affection, as hot is to warm. Decreasing intensity. Then we have action and the thing acted upon. So attack is the action and victim is the thing being attacked. Attacked is to victim, as throw is to ball. You're throwing a ball. Action and the subject performing the action. Bake is to baker, the baker bakes. As cook is to chef, the chef cooks. Bake is to baker, as cook is to chef. We've got category and example analogies. Boat is to canoe, as vehicle is to car. A canoe is a type of boat and a car is a type of vehicle. Object or place and its user. The cowboy uses the ranch, so ranch is to cowboy as farm is to farmer. Then we've got noun and a closely related adjective. Mountain is to massive, as elephant is to gray. Any closely related adjective to the noun will work. Okay, I'd like you to take a moment, pause this video, and come back and we'll go over what types of analogies these are. So take a look at these, pause the video, and figure out what types of analogies they are. Okay, did you figure that out? We will go over that in class tomorrow. We will also go over your submissions tomorrow. So I would like you to go into Schoology, go under the folder ELA January 4 work, and there's a there's an assignment called Analogies Practice. I'd like you to complete and submit that so I can see how you're doing with analogies, and we'll go over some of that tomorrow. But we'll go over the ones you just completed for sure tomorrow. And another thing I'd like you to do is find objects in your house that symbolize analogies. Find objects in your house that symbolize analogies. So, some things that I found, let me show you, were a bat and a baseball. So, this is the tool and the object it's acted upon. And pizza and a pizza cutter. So, the tool and the object it's acted upon. You don't have to find analogies in your house that are the same types of analogies we went over. You can think of any relationships between anything, and as long as you can explain it, that's great. All right. So don't forget to turn in your assignment, and we'll go over more analogies tomorrow. But for today, we're finished talking about analogies. Good job. Have a good day.